in parts of the state. Nigeria is plagued by an interlinked security crisis. Armed gangs known locally as bandits operate in swaths of the country, looting villages and kidnapping people for ransom. Jihadist groups are active in northeast and northwest, while intercommunal violence is prevalent in the central state. The Nigerian military has intensified its operations against the jihadists and armed bandits, regularly claiming to have killed huge numbers of fighters. It has faced intense scrutiny in recent months after US President Donald Trump claimed a genocide of Christians was taking place. This has been rejected by the government and independent experts who says Nigeria's security crisis claims the lives of both Christians and Muslims, often without distinctions.
Wow.
That is a fact that it claims both lives of Christians and Muslims. But I think we've hammered on that too much. Now is the time when we need to begin to have conversations with ourselves. When do we stop this killing? One too many. Every state is not safe in Nigeria. We're talking about attacks in Kwara, attacks in Borno, attacks in military bases across the country. So people are paying the ultimate price for their life. Life is being taken away in this country, and we continue to have conversation about how, okay, they're not killing Christians, they're killing Muslims. They are talking about, oh, it's one community that's being targeted, it's another community that's being targeted. Every person must be protected in the country. The primary responsibility of the government is the safety and security of lives and properties of the citizens, even residents of anybody in Nigeria, even animals in Nigeria must be protected. So this conversation about, and we see the unfortunate incident that has happened in Kwara State. The death toll is now 162. The Red Cross and some other agencies that are working there are trying to ensure that relief materials are getting to these people. But when do we begin to move from reactive approach to proactive approach to ensure that we are gathering intelligence? Cynthia and I were here at this table yesterday, and we talked extensively about the importance of gathering intelligence, because that is how we can only be progressive in ensuring that we quell this insurgency in our country. And can we begin to proscribe these people as terrorists, all these bandits, kidnappers and whatever, so that we can be able to deploy adequate resources and we'll have the backing of the law to deal with them as necessary, rather than seeing that as people who have grievances against the community of government or people that can be negotiated with. The Constitution of Nigeria does not facilitate or allow the government to negotiate with terrorists, but we've been seeing facilitators coming in, people of interest coming out to say that these people are our children, these people are aggrieved, these people are angry about something about the government, so we need to talk to them. Time and again, we've allowed this communication to happen. But what have we achieved? Mary.
So the thing is, I'm actually sad by this news. I'm really sad by this news. I've been wondering what exactly is happening with the government. Why are we not getting these people? What exactly do these bandits want? What is their goal? What is their aim? Why are they coming for? Especially people in the rural communities. And why is the death toll this much? What happened? Is it that when they were killing them, there were no emergency, should I call it, there were no means of getting military personnel to just get them immediately and calm the situation to the extent of getting this number? It's not an exciting news. And mind you, this is actually pushing investors away from us, because nobody would want to come into a country to invest that there is no peace. Nobody would want to come into a country to invest that there is no certainty of you getting your investment well regulated for. And this is what is telling outside. We are always counting the numbers. We are always putting out there that we're being Nigerian is a country of a particular concern, according to Donald Trump. So these people reading these things are on social media, and these people are saying it, of course, and it's giving Nigeria a kind of look and a picture where people feel we are not safe even when we go there. So this is affecting a lot. Let me not say it's already affecting a lot. When we're trying to calm what is happening in Kogi State, we're trying to calm what is happening in Lagos State. Which of the states will you mention that is actually free of this attack? None. Even in Abuja here, we are still experiencing most of these things going on. And they are gradually pushing in. And it's like everybody is quiet and they are not really doing what they are supposed to do. You're saying you're sending the military, you're sending this, you're sending that, the policing is becoming tight. But we're not saying in practicality. I am not saying. Because what I'm expected to see at the end of the day is the number of bandits that have been captured. But I don't see this at the end of the day.
And I think I completely agree with
I
you
don't see
in
this
this
at the end
extent
of the
because
day. And it's quite discouraging.
it is
To
discouraging.
know that, okay, now we're not talking about where they're getting their arms from. We're not talking about who is empowering them anymore. We're talking about how they'll be caught and brought to book. And this idea of getting bandits, they are telling me that you have some that are repentant and you're leaving them go. What are you saying? You're creating another group that is going to come back more reinforced to attack the community.
I think that's a salient point that you've made. When you look at these people and you said they are repentant or you've rehabilitated them or you're negotiating with them and you find excuses for them because
For
these are
them.
all excuses that we're fighting.
Of
It
course.
encourages other people.
Of
It
course.
emboldens them.
Yes.
It makes them to feel like when I go out and kill people, when I go out and do things and I claim that I have mental problem,
At
I
the
claim
end
that
of the
I'm
day,
aggrieved, the federal
be
government
left.
will encourage me,
course.
will rehabilitate me
course.
back into the society.
Of course.
And when you talked about who are those financing these people, who are those giving them money?
Exactly.
Yesterday we saw Malami arraigned in the Federal High Court in Abuja.
Yeah, that's true.
On terrorism charges or for the fact that and possession of firearm for the case that he was a lot of terrorism list of terrorist finances were at his table and he made no attempt to prosecute them. So when we're looking at the list of people that the Nigeria has been able to identify as terrorist finances, terrorist apologists, terrorist enablers, can we begin to prosecute them? Because when
Exactly.
they're not being prosecuted, when people are not paying for the crimes that they've
committed already.
other people will feel emboldened to do
Of
what is
course,
not
of
right.
course, of
And you talk
course.
about foreign direct investments. President Tinubu has been going around. He's been out of the country more time this year than he has been in the country.
People are saying
And
that
he
he
has
should tell us
and
if he has a house there, so that we would understand that Nigeria is his visiting country.
It's his visiting
So
country.
let's
There was a
just work
headline
with
I saw
that.
that said Nigeria President Tinubu visits Nigeria, but that's
a
by
very funny
the
one,
way.
yes,
But the crux
exactly.
of the matter is that this administration, in particular President Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
Yeah.
is somebody who has been touted and who has been seen as someone who is willing to take the bold step, take the action that nobody else will take. You've removed the subsidy. You've removed a lot of things. You've taken a lot of actions that other
That's
people would not do.
that-
You've cutted a lot of governors into your party.
Exactly.
But can you make through to your obligation or through your words that you said that you're going to establish state policing in Nigeria? Because that is the only way for us to go. The federal policing system that we run in the country is archaic. It is not representative of the people.
Seriously.
The well-being of the police officers themselves is something that is it's saddened when you look at the deploring
Very,
state, when
very,
you look
very,
at the
very.
barracks that they live in, when you look at the wages that they take home at the end of the day, when they die and pay the ultimate price for the country, what are the benefits that is available for them and their families?
Exactly,
But when we begin to
exactly.
decentralize the system back into communities and states, and governors who are the chief security officers of their state have a responsibility to take to ensure that all this money that they are getting, they're not spending it on rubbing another person's feet on
I didn't want to mention that.
rubbing another person's feet or maybe lawmakers rubbing another person's feet on a private jet or doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
They have a responsibility to protect the lives and property of the citizens of their state or
Exactly,
residents of their
exactly.
state. And the federal government of Nigeria must be able to allow that. And also the National Assembly. If the bill is not passed from the executive arm of the government, the National Assembly has a responsibility. You're not just there to eat the money or to talk about national issues that are not really important
I think
or
at this
to
point,
talk about things that are, I think we need to begin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just need to make this point that we need to have the National Assembly rise up to the task
Exactly.
and bring up laws. There are things that you can do to compel the executive to take action. You're not doing this, but when you have that is what we're talking about, the opposition. When you don't have opposition forces in state institutions, you allow for dependency, you allowed for anyhowness, because you're seeing the Senate president is from the same party, the president is from the same party, most of the senators are the campaign into APC. So everybody's just in there for what they want to get, and nobody is focused on the important thing. If everybody dies, who are they going to rule over?
He has said my mind. You actually said my
Who are
mind.
they going
Because
to rule
who
over?
are they going to rule over? The way I'm seeing it, you're putting people into offices that they are not functional. Why are they there?
Why are they there?
What is the work that they are doing? Can we see what they are doing? All we're hearing is decamping from this party
So
to
another
that party,
party.
doing this. We're hearing, okay, you can imagine the amount of money they send one senator like that shifted, and from that meeting now, we've not heard any concrete report on that.
Concrete
And
report.
this is Nigeria. People are watching. You're making us Nigerian to have disbelief in the system. We do not know. We no longer trust in the system. Everybody, you're saying people are leaving the country. People are leaving. Why wouldn't they leave
Why
the
wouldn't
country?
they leave?
When the country is not giving them what they want, where they are not seeing the fruit of they're not eating how they're supposed to eat, and you're saying they should not leave the country. Of course they will leave the country. What is the government doing about this? Senators are spending. We're seeing it. We're seeing how their children, we're seeing how their families are living comfortably. You cannot tell me any
lot
bandit
of
to go
them
to
in
any
the
of,
past
of
few
any of their houses. Yes.
weeks have been traveling to the United States or the United Kingdom to attend their children's graduation.
Exactly.
While Nigerian students are
We're
suffering.
here.
We're
We're
here
at
and
the
still
end of the
questioning,
day.
and there's still people online still supporting them. They're constituting is it Hope agenda or whatever it is that they're doing up and down. I mean, people can choose who they want to vote for.
Exactly.
People can choose who they want to support
Exactly.
politically. But when it
Exactly.
comes to governance, we need to understand that politics aside, governance is here to stay.
Exactly.
Moving on to
Yeah, we should
the
move forward,
next
actually.
topic, UK boarding schools court Nigerian students. Leading United Kingdom boarding